From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
He gets it to Cooks. Brandon Cooks, touchdown LA. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. He'll have a first down past the 40. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. King. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Go to base. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Hurry. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56. Let's go.
Throwing again. King. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abuka able to record his 5th sack of the season. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. King now. From the gun, he'll throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I got you. Check 31. Check 31.
Hey, Shell. X3. 218. Chop. 12. What?
Now it's gone. And that'll be incomplete. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mark, 180.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. Dancing to his left. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Louis.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
5.
Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Alec Ogletree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Gone. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally get him, but not. Until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Here goes tonight. 180. Ric Flair.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
14.
47.
DC. Bravo.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
20.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Watch out. Back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man. So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing in, "What's going on with your scheme?" Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. And a completion to Wilson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
56. Mike's 56.
Rosen to throw again. And finding Keelan Cole. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rosen. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gone. They bring him down. Dante Hightower able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Right there, 56.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Listen.
Goff throwing again. Forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He goes to the 180.
Check, 47. Watch twist.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check, nipple.
Hold on. Check.
You got tight right there.
Goff now to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyrod Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. He completes it to Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Rosen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
80. Hey, echo.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 9, Goff.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Gurley, 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And now it's Rosen looking. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, come on.
Another carry now for Gurley. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Super one.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Taylor running the option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Running is Barber. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
You don't know no better.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from